What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about all the paperwork that's required to start your ATM business. Right. What is going on, guys? So we're going to jump right into it. If you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to it. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. So what we're going to be talking about today, real quick, is exactly how this whole ATM business works. Because for some reason, I'm seeing a lot of people still don't quite understand exactly how this works. People don't understand when exactly it is that you're supposed to purchase the ATM, or when exactly do you go and talk to the business owners. And that's okay, because there's really not a lot of information out there about this subject. So I'm going to try to break it down as much as I can for you guys. So the number one thing that we have to keep in mind is we don't purchase an ATM until after we have met a couple other requirements that I'm about to go over right here, right now. Okay. So the number one thing, have your LLC. Number one thing, you grab your LLC first. The next thing that you do, you go and get your business bank account. Okay. Now, once you have your business bank account and your LLC, then you go and talk to the location owner and you find a location that you want your ATM to be at. All right. Now, remember, in the previous video, I talked about how you're supposed to approach these business owners. Okay. You have to have your business cards, your websites, cover sheet, all of that. All right. Make sure you have all of that. The next thing you need to do is get an SLA. Okay. Once you have an SLA agreement, that is a legally binding contract between you and the business owner, and that's going to be necessary in order to actually purchase the ATM. Because remember, until we have all this other stuff cleared out, we cannot order an ATM. Now, the next thing we need to do is we need to decide on what a surcharge is. Now, we should already have the surcharge we should already have the surcharge ideally thought out, because the surcharge is going to be a part of the SLA. Okay, so the SLA agreement, we're already going to have the surcharge written down. We're already going to determine whether or not and how much we're going to give to the actual location owner. So now we should have all of these things, right? We should have our LLC, our bank account, we should have our location chosen. Okay, we should have our surcharge chosen and our SLA agreement. All right. So bam, we have all of these things. The next thing that you do is you call an ATM provider of your choice. Okay. Now, you're going to pick an ATM provider. You're going to get in touch with them, fill out the form, whatever it is that you got to do, and you're going to start the paperwork to order your ATM. Okay. The thing that we have to keep in mind, though, is we need to have all of these things first. Okay. That was a terrible line. That was a terrible line. But we need to have all of these things first. All right. Because they're going to ask about it. All right. So they're going to ask you, okay, do you have your LLC? Do you have your bank account? Do you have a location that you're going to put the ATM at? Do you have an SLA agreement? They're going to want to know all of this. They're going to know, do you have a surcharge thought out? You need to have all of this information before you actually go in ahead and make your purchase of your first ATM. Okay. Now, once you have all of this stuff taken care of, then you're going to start to fill out paperwork. The number one thing that you're going to fill out is an ATM application. And basically, the ATM application is going to be you filling out paperwork so that they can verify whether or not you are legally allowed to have an ATM business. Okay. And they look for a couple of different things, and there are some things that can disqualify you from actually having an ATM business. So they're going to look out for that. Then you're going to have to fill out all your other contracts. Okay. So all your other contracts, you're going to have to get all of those contracts signed, all those contracts between you and the ATM distributor. You're going to have to get all those filled out. All right. So once all that paperwork and stuff is done, then you're going to wait for the company to deliver your ATM. All right. So that's what you have to do next. Is you're going to have to wait for the company to deliver your ATM. You may or may not have to fill out some additional paperwork to have them install and program your ATM, depending on exactly where you get the ATM from. But this is definitely something that you guys need to keep in mind, that you may run across that paperwork, so don't freak out if you see it. All right. And hopefully this framework right here will kind of give you guys an idea of exactly what it is that you should be doing. Again, we do not order our ATM until we have all these other requirements met. Okay, we don't, it's not like Shopify or Amazon where we order everything up front, or we wait until wait until we have an order, or whatever the case may be. In this business, we are guaranteed income. We are guaranteed a passive income. So in order to make sure that we have that passive income, we have to make sure that we have a location that we know is going to bring us passive income. Okay, so we're going to have our SLA agreement. All right, we're going to have that LLC, that bank account, and we're going to have the location chosen and our surcharge chosen. All of this stuff is free. Okay, so basically we do a bunch of free work, then we pay for the ATM, and we're doing that because we know that we're going to actually get that huge ROI on our investment. Okay, because we're going to make all the money back that we purchased, that we used to purchase the ATM, and then some. Okay, and then we're going to pretty much have a lifetime of passive income, which is our overall goal. Okay, so hopefully this is going to be a real short video today, but hopefully you guys kind of found some value in what I'm talking about here. If you have any questions, let me know. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so that next time I drop a video, you'll be notified. And until then, I'll talk to you guys later.